You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 20th of April. Indian Prime Minister attends Commonwealth Governments Meet at Windsor Castle. "18 Rohingya refugees arrested for entering India illegally." And Afghan government urges activists, religious scholars to encourage people to vote. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and 52 other world leaders attended the retreat at Windsor Castle in UK that brought an end to the Commonwealth Head of Government meeting on Friday. The two-day summit took place at a time when Britain is looking to forge new relations with the 53-member Commonwealth grouping post-Brexit.
The 25th Commonwealth Summit took place at a time when Britain is looking to forge new relations with the 53-member grouping post-Brexit. While Thursday's meetings in London focused on the agenda of the Commonwealth Summit, Friday's retreat saw all the heads of states interact informally. This was the first time in a decade that an Indian Prime Minister attended the event, which is held every 2 years.
And I'm also struck by the number of heads we have assembled here today. I think that's a powerful demonstration of our commitment to revitalise the Commonwealth and to tap into its vast potential. And I think that vast potential has been clear throughout this week.
On the sidelines of the summit on Thursday, Prime Minister Modi held multiple bilateral talks with world leaders including Mauritius Prime Minister Praveen Jugnauth, Australia's Malcolm Turnbull and Bangladesh's Sheikh Hasina. The Indian Prime Minister, on the last leg of his three-nation tour, will visit Germany, where he is scheduled to hold talks with German Chancellor Angela Merkel.
18 Rohingya refugees were arrested by police in India's northeastern Agartala city on Thursday for entering the country illegally. Over 700,000 Rohingya Muslims have fled to Bangladesh and other neighbouring countries following a military crackdown in Myanmar in August last year.
Police in Agartala city of India's northeastern Tripura province on Thursday arrested 18 Rohingya refugees, including 3 women and 4 children, who entered the country illegally. The Rohingyas were headed to Guwahati city in a private bus from where they planned to take a train to New Delhi. Police said the bus carrying the Rohingyas was intercepted following a tip-off. They were later taken to a police station for questioning.
মুসলিম বাইরের মুসলিম অথবা রোহিঙ্গা তারা গুয়াহাটির উদ্দেশ্যে যাইতেছে। আমরা গোপন সূত্রের খবরে আমরা ধরে একটা বাসটা দাঁড়ি করিয়েছি। এটা শেরওয়ালি বাস। এই বাসে আমরা দেখলাম 14 জন 11 জন পুরুষ এবং 3 জন মহিলাদের সাথে 4টি ছোট্ট বাচ্চা আছে।
ইন্ডিয়া কে আসছে কে 4 মাস 6 মাস হইছে ইয়া। কই আছিলা? ও দিল্লি আছি আমি। দিল্লি আছো? কই থেকে আইছো তোমরা? দিল্লি তো কি কই থেকে আইছো তোমরা? দিল্লি যাইছো কই থেকে আইছো? দিল্লি তে মেহমান আইছি।
Only 6 of the refugees had UNHCR refugee cards. The UN Refugee Agency has issued identity cards to about 16,500 of an estimated 40,000 Rohingyas in India that it says help them prevent harassment, arbitrary arrests, detention and deportation. Over 700,000 Rohingya Muslims have fled to Bangladesh and other neighbouring countries following a military crackdown in Myanmar in August last year. They are denied citizenship in Buddhist-majority Myanmar and regarded as illegal immigrants despite claiming roots that date back centuries.
Moving on. For decades, Pakistan has been violating international laws by illegally occupying land in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. In recent months, Pakistan has even allowed China to occupy land in the region and carry out economic activities. Local residents, however, cry foul and demand compensation from the Pakistan government.
The Water and Power Development Authority of Pakistan has been instrumental in constructing large hydroelectric projects in Pakistan-administered Kashmir to feed the mammoth glut of energy requirement in Pakistan. But locals claim no compensation has been paid to farmers whose land was forcefully acquired by Islamabad for the projects under the pretext of development. The locals in the illegally occupied region recently held a press conference to voice their concerns.
जो लैंडलेस के अंदर लोग आते हैं, एक सिंगल किसी आदमी की उन्होंने फाइलें भी मूव की हैं, हुकूमत आज़ाद कश्मीर ने अभी तक कोई सर्कल नहीं जारी किया है, वर्बली शायद उन्होंने ऑर्डर जारी किया, लेकिन कोई सरकारी तौर पर कोई नोटिफिकेशन नहीं हुआ है। लोगों को धोखे में रखकर उन्होंने लोगों से ज़मीनें ली, हमने पाकिस्तान के लिए कुर्बानी दी।
Locals claimed a residential circle was proposed to relocate the displaced people, but no one has received land or compensation. And the few people who got only received bogus checks as compensation.
300 के करीब चेक वो बोगस हो चुके हैं और आए दिन लोग बैंकों का चक्कर लगा के वापस आते हैं और इन्होंने इस तरह का धोखा किया।
For over 7 decades, the people in Pakistan-administered Kashmir have remained victims of Pakistan's brutality, and now many of them are left homeless because of the malicious plans contrived by Islamabad and Beijing together.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghan government on Thursday called on various groups, including scholars and civil society activists, to help raise awareness among the people and encourage them to vote in the upcoming polls. The request by the officials comes at a time when Afghanistan is scheduled to hold its parliamentary and district council polls in October this year.
The National Unity Government leaders of Afghanistan on Thursday asked religious scholars, civil society activists and women to encourage people to register to vote. The request was made during a meeting at the Presidential Palace, which was attended by government officials, cabinet members, different political parties, activists and the Independent Election Commission or IEC. Meanwhile, ahead of the parliamentary and district council polls, Japanese ambassador to Kabul said his country will give Afghanistan about $13 million for the elections.
جلسه از علمای کرام، شبکه زنان، فاعلین جامعه مدنی خواستار همکاری هرچی بیشتر در قسمت روند آگاهی‌دهی به مردم گردید.
یکی از مهمترین نوع همکاری هایی که در همین امسال انجام می‌دهیم همون حمایت از انتخابات.
The Afghan government has repeatedly called on the people to register their names and take part in the upcoming parliamentary and district council elections, as well as next year's presidential elections. Afghanistan is scheduled to hold its parliamentary and district council polls in October this year.
Moving on to news from Nepal. With a brighter hope for Nepal's tourism sector, the Himalayan nation is witnessing a surge in tourist arrivals after a while now. The country is turning around with a better tourism market after suffering from 2015 earthquake disaster.
Vendors in and around the World Heritage Site of Nepal's Bhaktapur city are nowadays making attempts to boost their income as tourists have started visiting the country in good numbers. The area, which always buzzed with tourists, was destroyed by the terrible rattle of the 2015 earthquake. Though the inflow of tourists has increased as compared to the same period last year in Nepal and is hinting towards positive vibes in the tourism industry, the sale of tourist items still cripples.
It's wonderful to see that Nepal and the cities that have been affected by the earthquake are recovering and making very good progress. But unfortunately, we can see the differences between the reconstructed buildings and the old buildings. But we love the culture, we love the architecture, and we love the food.
मुरली बेच्यो 10 वटा 5 वटा कहिले एउटै पनि बेच्दैन थियो अहिले चाहिँ त अब वर्षै हुन लाग्यो व्यापार घाटा गइरहेछ त्यस्तो भइरहेछ के अहिले त महिनामा हामीलाई एउटा बेच्नलाई ढौढो भइरहेछ.
According to the data released by Nepal's Immigration Department, more than 900,000 tourists visited Nepal last year. The arrivals witnessed in 2017 mainly included Indian, Chinese, British as well as Sri Lankan tourists.
Indian Air Force conducted a mass evacuation drill in India's northeastern Assam province on Thursday. The drill aimed at preparing for swift actions at times of emergencies like casualties during attacks or natural calamities.
Indian Air Force or IAF conducted mass casualty evacuation drill exercises on modified Antonov AN-32 aircraft at Chabua Air Force Station in northeastern Assam province on Thursday. The drill exercises were part of Pan-India Gagan Shakti exercise, which is testing the preparedness of pilots and ground staff in countering threats and conducting rescue and relief operations. IAF used various techniques using different equipments and aircrafts in the exercise.
कोई नियर बाय कोई बड़े मेडिकल सेटअप नहीं है. हम इसलिए यहाँ से एक फॉरवर्ड सर्जिकल डिवीज़न बनाए जो जोरहाट से आएगा, इमीडिएट सर्जरी सेटअप करेगी एंड ऑल लाइफ सेविंग सर्जरी विदिन 4 आवर्स करेगी.
The Indian Air Force states that the exercise showed that in times of emergency it can provide swift transfer whenever and wherever required. This capability will also be utilized by the IAF in case of human assistance and disaster relief operations near the incident locations by even landing on the designated highways.
A differently abled man in India's southern Vijayawada city is providing cold water cans to commuters. The initiative is being taken to beat the scorching heat in the area that hosts a tropical climate.
As mercury soars in some parts of India, shelters offering free service for drinking water are popping up to beat the heat. One such shelter is being run by a differently able man, Raju, in India's southern Vijayawada city. With the help of his friends, Raju sponsors cold water cans for the shelter to help quench the thirst of commuters. Raju has been providing the service from past 4 years and is now planning to distribute buttermilk also.
మామూలుగానే ఫ్రెండ్ సర్కిల్ ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి ఆ రకంగా ఒక్కొక్క క్యాన్ మాట స్పాన్సర్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళు స్పాన్సర్ చేసిన పేర్లు అలా రాస్తూ ఉంటాం అన్నమాట. రేపు సండే నుంచి కూడా మజ్జిగ రోజు స్పాన్సర్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అదొకటి ఇక రోజు కూలింగ్ వాటర్ రోజుకు వాళ్ళు స్పాన్సర్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఆ రకంగా జరుగుతుంది. అంటే ఒకరి వల్ల అవదు, ఆ నలుగురు చేతులు వేయడం వల్ల.
Vijayawada hosts a tropical climate with the presence of Krishna River and proximity to Bay of Bengal, and hence the summers are hot and humid. This makes it difficult for people. The free service is a big help to them.
Women achievers from different fields of life gave models a run for their money recently as they walked the ramp at a fashion show in India's showbiz capital, Mumbai. Bollywood actress Taapsee Pannu was the showstopper at the fashion show that aimed at promoting women empowerment.
Advocator of women empowerment, this Bollywood diva has inspired several women.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on southasianewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
You're watching TAG TV.